Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Germanuelian.
Good evening, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. What is going on? MD here. Super excited to have you join us tonight, Tuesday, February 13th, almost Valentine's Day. The time is 7:30. We are here. We are live. We are talking about a couple of fun things going on around the tour. We've got some basic stuff to cover, some little notes and points to cover, but then the big thing tonight, talking about Callaway's new Paradym AI smoke line. That is the irons, that is the driver, the fairway woods, the hybrids, and all really, really cool. We're going to have Ian Parnaby join us tonight talking about the new line of products, talk a little bit about the tech, talk a little bit about the performance. Obviously, Travis and I have been playing that stuff now pretty much since its release, and we're obviously super huge fans of it. We love it. We've seen the results of it. Anyone who has gotten to play golf with us and has been extremely eager to grab the clubs out of our bags and use them themselves has already said, I think I'm going to need to get these. So a lot of cool things going on. It is also Match Play Mania. It's Match Play week, guys. San Pedro Match Play starting this Saturday, the 17th. San Pedro, going to be awesome. Also hosting our Callaway Demo Day. Signups are available right now for that, and they're going to have a really cool trade-in deal for that as well. A lot of good stuff. But before we jump into everything, go deeper down the rabbit's hole that is golf equipment, and Lord knows, we all know I am a club whore, and we know it. I'm an equipment junkie. I am an equipment nerd, and I love to try out new product. And before we go down that just dark rabbit hole of equipment with Ian, let's go ahead and bring out our boy T-Sal.
Woo! What's up, everybody? I'm rocking the old school Carlsbad Callaway hat this evening for Ian Parnaby, South Texas Callaway rep, to be on the show tonight. I wonder if the term is still sales rep, or do they prefer like golf club technician connoisseur? What's the appropriate, correct term? The 2024 term?
Person of equipment knowledge.
Oh, yes, master.
I don't think you can use the word master. Like, you can't say master bedroom anymore. That's offensive.
Oh, yes, it's primary. It's primary bedroom. So it's not master club technician, club fitter. It's stay tuned to the show, and we'll ask Ian
of extreme equipment fitting capabilities.
But yeah, no, here we are. We're back on a Tuesday night for the first time in a minute. It feels like, and what a cool show. You're exactly correct. There's so much to talk about. And then we get to hang out with Ian live tonight for so long. I love that. But it's San Pedro Match Play weekend, this coming weekend. And MD, this is my favorite regular season event. I love this event.
It's always been one that I like. And I am super, super excited this weekend. Like, I feel like this weekend is just so unique. It's going to be so much fun. I was in town on Monday. I went and played with Scotty Williams. My normal progression of things is get psyched up for match play, go play match play, get knocked out in 2 or 3 rounds, and then never play San Pedro again until next year, and I repeat the process. And it occurred to me, like, hey, maybe,
Day, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I actually like try to get a practice round in and like get a feel for it, I might see some results this season. So played with Scotty Williams on Monday. Had a really good time with him. Course is playing tough. We're gonna see wind.
Those greens are quick, right?
Greens are lightning.
Tough to hold.
They're dormant. They don't look good. I'm gonna be honest. They just don't look good. But they're dormant. But they're rolling very pure. I will say that. Like I made a lot of putts. That, I mean, to be honest, like looking at the greens, I'm like, I don't know. But I rolled some putts even from off the green that I drained. That I'm like, okay, they're fast, but they're rolling really well. But that being said, you have to be able to hold those greens, and that is an entirely different challenge. Your 22-yard deep green, trying to flip a 56 at it, or a 50 degree, or on those longer holes, trying to knock a 7-iron close, let's say. Those greens were just not. They're just not there right now to stop and grab. Scotty Williams played old man golf and was hopping it in front of the green and rolling that shit up, and that was the play.
There is one withdrawal ad from the wait list. This is breaking news. This just materialized today.
Special shout out to executive team member Jason Bird, who deals with more than he'll ever let me know on the back end. But we have a first flight withdrawal. We have a withdrawal
from a flighted ad to the list.
That's correct. That is correct.
A waiting list flighted ad. That's correct. Absolutely. After the first notice to players, we can't just let the next person in, right? Because it's one-on-one match play. The waiting list then becomes flighted in the order that you got on the waiting list. So
we first flight withdrawal. We have Mr. Chris Hughes bowing out of the event. He was on the bottom of the bracket against Logan Armga. And the waiting list entry is Baldo. Baldo sneaks in at the last moment.
Baldo sneaks in.
And he's first on the flighted wait list that fit into first flight.
Now let me ask you this. I don't know if you have this information in front of you. I believe Chris and Logan were playing straight up. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe Chris was getting one pop.
Chris was getting one. Logan's the 3. Chris is the 4.
What is Baldo playing at? Is he playing as a 3 or a 4?
I don't know that information.
I would have to think.
Okay, if I say one of the 2.
I'm fine with that. I think Baldo's a 3. If I had to guess,
I think he comes down to the 3 as well. So I believe this withdrawal, this drop ad actually strengthened the field.
This changes my whole bracket.
Yes, I agree. That bracket will be updated tomorrow in the second notice to players for the field of 64. Second notice to players coming tomorrow. One drop ad. Don't forecast anymore. The longest wait list in individual event tour history. Really deep, somewhere in the low 30s on the waiting list.
Good Lord.
Like almost enough to where we can entertain 128 players next year with 30 first round buys. I mean,
we're gonna have to start on Thursday night.
Well, it'll just go longer on Saturday night. It's pretty casual Saturday. I say that tongue in cheek a little bit because there's 13 and a half consecutive hours of tee times on Saturday. When you say it like that, it makes it seem like a long day, but it starts before sunrise and it'll end at about 10 o'clock on Saturday night. So,
well, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember back in the day we used to start it on Friday afternoon, and we would go till midnight. We would go till, we'd go pretty late into the night on that first Friday, knowing that we're going in.
Yes, but it didn't roll. It didn't roll to Sunday at the time. Oh, listen, that's my fault. Yeah,
I wasn't sure if you saw what you were doing.
I didn't, of
For everyone
course.
out there, just because I'm gonna say it, he is responding to a text message from me, but he's putting it in the comments because he can't multitask.
I can't multitask, and I missed pre-show warm-ups, and I got all this.
He's all over the place.
Yes,
but I
I think that's a cool comment from Micah Carroll watching on the Partners Facebook page, Cairo Service Group LLC. That is Micah Carroll's land improvement services business. He is the best in the business. Land clearing, tree removal, dirt work, horse trails, underbrushing, you name it. I mean, he's even done some outdoor water features. Really cool. You can see this number.
A lot of the redesign, a lot of the work that you see at Mission del Lago.
Yes, all of that clearing on 10 and 16 and those ponds clearing. Really, really awesome. But yes,
Mike is going to be in Missouri seeing friend of the tour and tour travels member. Happy 50th birthday to our friend Mike Sherman.
Yes, Micah missing the match play. That's where I was going with all of that.
But
there was
the first time
back to that madness. There was.
I think that's the first time, maybe in the history of it, that we don't have the previous year winner actually back to defend his title.
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. This has been the match play at San Pedro has really gotten kind of cult classic very recently. It was historically early on. Maybe the event wasn't received as well as I thought it was going to be, but it was one of those events where you struggled to fill the field. Fun fact, last year when we were on those consecutive sellouts and we had like 35 or 38 consecutive sellouts, the last event to not sell out was the 2020 San Pedro match play.
I mean, I remember a time where it used to be like, oh my God, well, perfect. There's obviously we always kind of used to accept, oh, we're not going to have sellouts. But then it was, okay, now I hope I'm getting that first round bye. And you used to just sit there, but now everybody's got to go through and friggin' earn their way through now. Like no excuses, no buys, none of that.
Well, once the early on, it was dominated by the higher handicaps. It was dominated by second and third flight, and there was a second flight winner last year, but Jason Bird three-peated from first flight, and then Dustin Hassan went 2 out of 3, or maybe like third, second, first out of champ flight. And then it started really feeling like the event on the spring season that separated the point standings.
Well, I mean, it really, I think also,
Tommy Furcano was watching.
Don't obviously want to say anything negative here about, Micah Carroll, but historically, if you win the match play, I mean, statistically, you should be making the South Texas Match Play Challenge.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, Mike has certainly got some work to do now coming out of the spring season. Really cool third place finish for him with a broken finger last week at Northern Hills. I thought that was
it was huge for him.
So
I mean, it's not even a broken finger; it's just like
severed, right?
Severed, dangling finger. I mean, he adopted a new way to grip the damn club. Shout out to Ian Parnaby and his not being American and how he texts people, because I love it and it's fucking hilarious. Guys, I'm done talking. We're gonna bring in Ian. He wants to talk AI smoke. I'm sure you've heard plenty from me and Travis. Now let's talk.
Oh, listen, we can keep. We are right on time. 7 to 7:30, 7:45. That was the time slot. in conjunction with the San Pedro Match Play on Saturday the 17th at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., Ian Parnaby and the rest of his world-class Callaway team will be at San Pedro on the driving range tee deck with you, the field of 64, demoing and fitting for the new AI Smoke. And here to talk everything smoke is the one, the only South Texas Sales Representative of the Year 2017, Ian Parnaby.
Oh, what an introduction!
Was that correct? Was that correct? Was that the right year?
No, 2016. I'm looking at the plaque right now. It's 2016.
I was close. I mean, I was just whipping that off the top of the head. What's up, buddy? Thank you so much for joining us.
Appropriate headwear.
Oh, I love it. I went backwards. I went like, this is circa 2016, maybe.
That is that. I don't even remember. I don't think I sold many of them. That's a pretty bad hat.
Yeah, this is one of the original chrome soft trucker hats.
Yeah, looks good on you though. Looks good.
No, it doesn't. It looks terrible. But it's okay.
Playing to the guests.
I was gonna rock the Tour Travels hat. One spot still available for Tour Travels 2024. We'll talk about that later. But I was gonna rock the Tour Travels hat, but with Ian coming on tonight, I wanted to go throwback Callaway.
It's good. You're good. You're good to go.
I think it's a good call there. Ian, thank you for joining us tonight. Excited to talk about the AI Smoke line. Obviously, Travis and I have been playing it since the second we could get our hands on it.
Who got it first, you or Travis? I'm just asking.
I think I had it. I had it out on the course before you.
I definitely had it in my possession before MD, but MD definitely hit it before I did, for sure.
All right, well, okay.
That's true. That's for sure.
I couldn't have been more committed to okay, as soon as I get hands on this, it's over. I need it. I want it.
I will add this to that comment. I love the equipment. I certainly hit it straighter. I don't necessarily hit it further, but you know who on camera right now hits it further?
And straighter.
Yeah, that guy up there.
I do.
Adjacent to me over there, yonder. He gained 22, 23.
I think once you add Paradym in, I think starting last year with Paradym, I probably picked up 13 or 14 yards with Paradym, and I straightened it out. And then this year with Smoke, I think we probably added another 7 yards, 8 yards to that.
I mean, listen, and launch angle. His launch angle went from 7 to 13. It's awesome.
I mean, it's stupid how much better I hit it now.
The power of AI, not to sound like a salesman, but it's legit, I'm telling you.
I mean, it absolutely is. And it's
listen, that's a great question. Let's start right there. No bullshit. Tell us how the AI made this driver face different than Paradym.
So one of the interesting things about Callaway and AI, it's a buzzword and everything, right? AIs and everything, whatever.
Listen, I use ChatGPT all the time.
Yeah. But, some of our competitors claim that they're using AI, which they probably are. But the first AI influence at Callaway was in something like 2007. That's when the concept was introduced.
So this is in the bunker with Terminator 1 still.
This is top secret, white walls, Code
name Skynet.
Yeah.
All of that's a fun fact. All of the Callaway projects have code names.
They do. And that's actually a fun fact about the original Epic driver. Epic was actually the code name for that driver, the first driver with jailbreak. So it went through the design process, and they just kept referring to it as Epic. What's Epic doing? Where are we at with Epic? And then they have these meetings, the marketing team, right, what we're going to call this thing. Someone just yelled out, well, Epic sounds kind of cool. So all those years of trying to figure out what they're going to call this thing, and just stick with the code name. That's cool.
Yeah, we've been calling it this for so long, might as well.
Yeah. But the evolution of AI is pretty cool. So 2007, we get this supercomputer that probably no one in the building knows what to do with, right? Let's face it, at that time. And then here we are. And then 2019 was the Epic Flash driver. Do you remember that one? Kind of green and yellow.
Yeah.
That was the first Callaway driver with an AI designed club face. And every one of our drivers since then has been designed using AI. And then it's worked its way into fairway woods, hybrids. And then it's in every iron model that we do now. So I think we were the first ones to use it. Don't quote me on that, but I think we were. And I think we're using it in a different way to competitors now too.
Yeah, and I think the coolest piece of it this year is just looking at is how they kind of went about, or the story about how a little bit less use of computers on the face and just going out and looking at actual testing and having people just hit this thing. One of the big marketing pieces to it here is just on the face and how you're picking up yardage.
I love that slide. I think that's the coolest slide that we have.
I completely agree with you, Ian. And MD, I think this is where I've gained the most distance with smoke is on that.
You're about plus 11 on that heel, right?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ian, for saying that. I really appreciate that bullshit. As I get older and slower, that low heel cut, that's the go-to shot, right? Listen, I don't care. I can hit it 285 down the middle when I need to pull it a little bit, But 255 off that heel with a little 10-yard cut feels perfect to me.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I've really seen the advantages on that graphic, on the toe and on the heel, is really where I've seen the spin stay lower and the ball stay in the air longer.
And staying straighter.
Danny asked, tell him yes on the trade-in. Yeah.
Look at Ian running the show. He's like, pull that comment in, MD.
I was getting there.
Yes, Danny Puckett. That is South Texas Am Tour partner Danny Puckett with Fairway Global Logistics. Man, they do awesome work. Danny Puckett, yes, 50% trade-in bonus. Can you, Ian, walk us through what that means?
I'll be there. It means you pretty much get more money than what the value shows for your trade-in.
$100 driver, you get $150 for it.
Yeah, simple. Yeah.
And that's trade-in 1-to-1, right? If
you're
getting an AI smoke driver, you can trade in your driver. If you're getting irons, you can trade in your irons.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's something that you can figure out all of that pricing for those guys right at the tent on the driving range.
Yep.
And it gets run through the trail, right?
Yep.
So everybody can use Alamo City Golf Trail gift cards.
Yep.
That's the awesome part of our partnership with Callaway,
and get the greatest fitting experience of their lives.
And the greatest fitting experience.
Yes, and to feel it, touch it, fit it, and you can get those enhancements. You can see your driver on the GC Quad versus what Ian can put in your hands, and you can get that feedback instantly, which is the desire. Like, golf's not instant gratification, but it is with GC Quad and AI Smoke, I think.
Probably have a few samples of the new golf balls kicking around too. So.
Yeah, I've been playing the Chrome Tour now for
MD played it
pretty much since the night, pretty much since it released on Friday. I've gotten 3 rounds in with it. I freaking love it. That thing is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we've got something.
There's a golf ball promotion right now too, right?
We've got something pretty cool. With these new balls. I'll tell you, I guess the biggest compliment is that Titleists don't like them too much,
and rightfully so.
Awesome compliment.
This is, and Travis and I were talking about this weekend when we were playing. I'm like, and I'm a big time, like, I watch all the guys on YouTube who do all these reviews, and I kind of track all that stuff and watch to get their feedback before I go hit it. Hands down, it is the best golf ball I've hit in a long time, and arguably, and it's kind of the feedback everyone's giving, is these are some of the best golf balls probably ever made right now.
What's cool is, like, so with the 2022 family, we even had a lot of success and gained some market share with that product line, which was Chrome Soft X, and Chrome Soft X LS, right?
Yeah.
So even though we cracked kind of like that 21% barrier, which is a big deal in the industry with golf ball market share, considering how dominant Titleists have been.
Right.
For us to tear the golf ball apart and almost start from scratch and build just a superior product, like that's a pretty brave thing to do, right? And then on top of that, you change the name of the golf ball that has been pretty successful. You know, we could have sat there and tried to gain a market share point or something and get 22 but our golf ball guys felt like we had a concept and these ideas that warranted both name changes and, you know, a whole new design. And I mean, it's even like the I've got a ball here, like the Callaway stamp is slightly different. The number on the golf ball is slightly different. The side stamp right there is slightly different. Every minor detail, even to the cover, there's a blue pigment in the color to give it that more premium look. Like every element of the golf ball is brand new.
I mean, I absolutely, I know that the Chrome Tour was kind of meant to replace the LS, and I know even to that end, it really didn't replace it. It's a different kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, that thing is just. I mean, that ball is freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
Xander Schauffele played a prototype of the Chrome Tour for most of 2023.
Okay. Oh no, there you go.
Yeah.
He was.
And now that's
talk
one
about
thing that Callaway
validation.
is really good at is the golf ball that the tour player plays is the same golf ball that you, the golfer at home, is getting on the rack in the golf shops.
Yeah, you'd be shocked if you saw a Darrell survey of how many different golf balls are in play on the PGA Tour. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't Rory just say something of like 24? Rory said in an interview that there are 24 golf balls that are being played on the tour that aren't available to the general public.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
And I believe that. I mean, and this I think the other cool thing is the investment that Callaway made this year in really marketing the golf ball, maybe a little more aggressively than historically, and putting such a stamp on it of like, hey, this golf ball is the golf ball this year to try. I mean, it, like I said, it caught me right away, and I think the other cool thing and what I really like, and I think everyone knows, like trying to change your golf ball, it's one of those things that you have to go through that process. What impressed me the most was how easily I switched out from the ball I was playing out of a different line back into a Callaway ball, into that ball so smoothly. Mm-hmm. Like it really didn't take.
I think what you got to understand, what people have to understand about Callaway now is Callaway was always known for cool golf clubs, right? You know, kind of at the forefront, like bigger headed drivers, big irons, face cupping irons, things like that.
Yeah, the first company to really go big. The biggest Big Bertha's what they called it. You know?
But now we see ourselves as a golf ball company that also makes golf clubs, which is like a complete 360 to where Callaway used to be. Like, I mean, Callaway got into the golf ball world, I think it was early 2000s with the Rule 35 and all that stuff, and it flopped completely. Like, terrible. Like, they're almost getting out of the golf ball industry and enough of this, we can't do this. And at the time, Spalding was going out of business, right? So Callaway purchased what now is our golf ball plant, which is the historic Spalding golf ball plant that made, you know, I think Tour Edition.
It's up in Massachusetts, isn't it? Up in Massachusetts?
Yeah, Chicopee, Massachusetts. Yep. So I think it's also cool that every Chrome family golf ball is manufactured in the U.S. and we also do it in.
God save
the Queen. And we also do it in a place that is kind of part of golf history. Like Spalding made some fantastic products back in the day. So for us to kind of be in that factory, everything's here in the U.S. I think is kind of a nice.
Spalding and Wilson were like 1 and 2 for a long time, I think, right?
Yeah. So I think that's a pretty cool little add-on to our golf ball business too. Yeah.
I mean, I think the whole. I mean, I think Callaway's lineup this entire year, same thing. Even I mean, again, we didn't really touch on it yet, but even the putter line, even into the Odyssey putters.
I got something really cool here. You're talking about our new inserts?
Oh yeah, there they are.
You kind of get a live look at those. Travis would like to have these on his keychain.
I like that. Oh, and we're gone.
I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to get it away from me trying to get him into the solo layout. There you go. Put it up there again.
You can kind of see the big story, the topography on the back of
the milled,
the faces there.
Yeah.
You kind of see there's a various thickness. So the putters are really taking the driver technology with the AI concept and applying it to a putter.
Super smooth transition out, MD.
So most 3-putts come from off-center hits on a decent player, mainly because the ball comes up short. So once you get outside of that 3-foot circle on your first putt, your chances of 3-putting go way up, right? So it's all about maintaining ball speed across the face like you would a driver, on an off-center hit.
I made the decision today to go back to the number 1 wide. So I am struggling bad.
So I'll get a nut in my garage tomorrow around 8:30 a.m.
I mean, I've got the milled. I've got one of the milled, and I got the jailbird too. Because I thought
the jailbird putter. Wow, that's the best piece of marketing that we've ever done. We didn't spend a penny.
I mean, yeah, no kidding. I mean, what was I watching? I was watching something on YouTube, and I saw a couple other golfers that I didn't even realize had made the switch over to it as well. And I'm like, okay, well, everyone's putting with it. And I saw the new one, and I'm like, this thing looks so good. And then I hit it, and I'm like, okay.
We actually threw the mold away for the jailbird putter. So the U.S. Open this past year, Wyndham Clark and Ricky Fowler end up in the last group together, putting with exactly the same putter, and there's about 5 of them on the face of planet Earth, right? I could have sold about 400 putters that week, and I sold 0.
Yeah.
Right? So after 4 or 5 years, the tour guys rip through the truck and clean it out and get rid of all the junk, right? And they look at this mold for the jailbird, and they're like, well, no one's asked for a jailbird for like 4 years, so in the trash it goes. And then, months later, we've got 2 of them in the last group of a major championship. So
I saw Joel Damon playing with it now.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Jailbird Cruiser just released this past week. That thing is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, that Jailbird's got to be the easiest thing to sell out there right now.
I think Ricky Fowler found it in like his caddy's garage or something and liked how it felt, so he kind of rolled with it, and here we are.
In the story of how
Casey's watching. Here come the questions.
Do you have a blade option? Yes, several. Oh, perfect. Look at that. The AI ones are cool because you can actually see the technology inside the putter.
I love the Jailbird, the window underneath to look into it. I think it's so sick.
Yeah.
Are you going to have the putters on Saturday?
I will bring some putters, yes.
Okay.
Worst case, we can go into my bag. I have a couple.
If any ambassadors are available to start when the butters come, I would love that. That'd be terrific. 13 and a half hours of tee times on Saturday, Ian, at San Pedro.
Whew, that's a golf-a-thon. I love it.
13 and a half hours of twosomes. I love it.
Can you talk to us a little bit about, so the one I started watching the videos on it because obviously the big push was in the woods. First of all, that 7-wood has got to be just crazy popular this year.
I love
I love my triple diamond. That's
a great, the lofted fairway wood for the better player is a really good addition to the lineup. Yeah.
Like I Travis and I both. I mean, we were playing did you have the Paradym X2, Travis? We both had the Paradym X Hybrid, correct? And then we both took that out of the bag and went to the Triple Diamond 7-wood. I mean, that thing is just the smoothest thing to hit. And I think what I noticed, or what the feedback I saw from other people when they hit it, like I had Scotty Williams, one of our regulars out there, and he grabbed it, took 3 swings with it, and it was like, yeah, no, I'm getting that. Like that's
I've hit the 7-wood a couple times in play. I hit it once this past weekend at Wolf Dancer. Hit it 238 with an apex of 165 feet. It was awesome.
It was. I knew I loved it, but it sold itself to me. Like I knew that was the right choice. Hole number 4, Northern Hills, dead into the wind from the back. Stuck it to like 15 feet. And I'm like, I couldn't have done that with any other club. Like that thing was just, I mean, it's as pure as it gets. So
I love it, but it's so interesting. It's very interesting. So Ian doesn't exactly know what I did to the golf club he provided me as a Callaway staffer and a inductee into the Callaway Hall of Fame.
I don't want to know.
I put in Ian, are you ready for this bullshit? This is amazing. I put in a red Ventus TR, tipped it like 4
inches. You tipped the golf club 4 inches.
Yeah, like all the way down, and it is 4 hybrid length.
So it's a kids club.
Well, it's 4 hybrid length, so it's standard number 4 hybrid driver. Length. It is 2 1/4 inches shorter than MD's. Our partners at the Get Shafted San Pedro Club Repair Studio, Ben Carricker and Alex Tucci, Frankensteined it together. We bent it upright a little bit, and we hot melted it up. No, we didn't hot melt it. The weights worked.
So let me just stop you there. So what you did is you pretty much ruined the best fairway wood we've ever made.
You massacred it.
I auto-tuned it. I made it better.
You ruined it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what the big difference is for me is you have to treat it like a fairway wood. You have to treat the 7-wood like a fairway wood. And
it's a very easy version of a 4-iron to hit, is my opinion.
I agree completely. It is, if you try to descend into it at all, like you would a hybrid or something like that, it doesn't react very well. You have to treat it like it's a 44-inch strong 3.
Casey, hence the wood title.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to tell you that, Travis, when you texted me after you hit it. You're like, I played around with it some more. I just got to treat it like a fairway wood. I'm like, well, it is, buddy. But I didn't. I mean,
mine's a little short. I love it. I love it so much.
Yours is uber short. I mean, mine's cut down. I cut mine down 1/2 inch because I play my 3-wood at a 5-wood length. So I cut down the 7-wood just a hair for me. I didn't massacre it. All I did was put a little lead tape on it for me, and it's on the toe and it's fine. But that thing, I mean, easiest club in the bag to hit now.
I think
easiest club in the bag.
And I think it is definitely going to be the club that brings the Heavenwood title back into the Callaway repertoire. And we're going to see the good players, and we're going to see the players on tour with it more.
You see a lot of 5-woods and 7-woods now.
Yeah.
I was just really happy that they put the Triple Diamond in as a 7-wood.
Yeah, it's not a lot of hybrids and lofted fairway woods have a lot of left bias in them, just because the way they're built, they're a little upright and there's some weighting in the heel. The Triple Diamond is definitely the better players, more neutral ball flight 7-wood. It's a great addition. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean and I mean the same thing. I mean the 3-wood and the 3-wood and the 5-wood itself too are both bombs too. Like that 3-wood is, I think what I like most about it this year is just I love the sound of it. That crunch it makes when you hit it. I
agree completely. I love the Seven Woods trajectory. I made a joke about it being 165 feet. It wasn't quite 165 feet, but it was damn more than 140 feet.
You know, the sound of the golf clubs is actually, it's a lot of that is involved in the AI part of the design process. The computer,
they can AI the sound.
The computer can simulate the sound that certain materials and shapes will make. So it's a big part of it.
This is the first year the driver's doesn't have jailbird in it, correct?
Jailbreak, yep.
Or jailbreak, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Jailbird.
So
they removed it and found that it was causing more enhanced spin.
No, it's called the new face is called AI Smart Face, right? So
it AI'd itself better than jailbreak.
So in certain terms, the jailbreak function is built into the smart face, right? And also when you can get that effect without having the piece of material in the head, you can do two things. You can save 8 to 10 grams of weight by not putting that in there, which for an engineer is a big deal, right? They can put that weight elsewhere to make the golf club more efficient. And also without something that's behind the face, right? Preventing it from flexing.
Right.
The face actually has more freedom to flex and perform, at its maximum capability.
So we remove the jailbreak, we give the face a chance to move a little bit, and we see the +11, +12 on the heel and the toe.
Well, and then at the same time, because the way the chassis is designed, you maintain the stiffness effect that jailbreak used to have. Yep.
Stiff chassis.
That's pretty cool. I think it took me a second to wrap my head around the visual of the Paradym, but once I saw it in person, I was like, okay, this looks really good.
Oh, I love it.
Once I saw the smoke, the smoke looks. I love the blue this year. I think the blue.
I like
the
carbon fiber.
The carbon fiber top looks so clean, and then you just have that. I mean, that bottom of the driver. Let me see. I got I picked mine up, and so pretty.
Oh, my weights are silver.
Aren't you happy it doesn't have a carbon face though?
Yes.
I mean, because I want my driver to work. Yeah.
Wasn't there a Callaway driver years ago that had a carbon face?
22 years ago, we tried it. Didn't work. Yeah.
Like the C4 or something?
C4, yeah.
Yeah, right?
You hit it and it went boom.
Yes, it sounded so bad. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it didn't have a ferrule.
I wonder if any of the tour golfers.
It was a bore through.
Hey, I wonder if any of the tour golfers have one of them things in the garage that could bring on Saturday and we can compare it.
Oh, I would love that. Yes. Everybody watching, if you have any old Callaway equipment, like Scotty Williams had the biggest Big Bertha back in the day. I had the Hawkeye VFR.
Oh, I broke like 5 of those faces in college. Yeah. VFT.
I had the VFR.
VFT.
Yes. I don't remember what the letters stand for, but I remember what we said, and we definitely can't say it on the
variable face thickness.
Variable face thickness.
In high school, I was all about the FTIQ, the square.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Because I love my sumo squared so much, I was like, well, I want it in Callaway too.
We could probably just do a whole show on old golf equipment.
I think that would be fantastic. I had in high school. I'm dating myself here a little bit. I might be the oldest one on screen right now. I had the launch of the Great Big Bertha when I was in high school.
Oh, so
it was good. I was a junior golfer. I actually played an 11-degree women's head at the time.
Good players played at 8.5.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I remember in high school.
There is no reason to be single digits, hit the ball high, talk to Greg Hiller, and we'll crank that shit up to 13 degrees, baby. Yeah. I'm at 11. I'm at 11 in the AI smoke.
Yeah. Did you get the 10.5 head?
No, I got the
Or
9
you did it-
degree head +2.
You put it up to okay. So I'm playing mine at a +1.
Yep.
We'll get it dialed in. On
I'm at
Saturday.
11 degrees, launch angle 12 degrees, spin 26.5, pull 1 degree, left to right spin maybe 150, 175 with the smoke. It's awesome.
Yep.
2-yard pull, 7-yard cut.
I mean, the way that we're both driving the ball is so stupid. Like picking lawn stripes.
MD is
I love
picking
it.
lawnmower stripes. It's
I love
stupid.
it.
And it's so confident. And if you've ever played golf with MD, it's an emotional roller coaster.
Is it?
Is it? Yes. Yes, it is.
Isn't golf in general an emotional roller coaster though? That's how it should be.
So our foursome typically takes that to the next level most of the time when we play. But there is no emotional roller coaster. I'm trying to compliment MD right now. That's what I'm doing. There is no
I was waiting
emotional
to see where
roller
you were
coaster on the tee box because it's dumb good.
I mean, tee it up,
Dumb good.
pick my stripe, and just swing.
I love it.
I
love it.
I think I went, and honestly, I didn't play. And I've said this to Travis. I used to never hit a driver. I couldn't, just never hit a driver well. Couldn't hit a driver to save my life. Paradym was the first year that I figured out the driver, and I saw some just stupid results. And I got super confident with the end of the year. And I even told Travis, I was kind of debating back and forth. I'm like, I am so scared to hit anything else right now because I am hitting this Paradym too good.
Yeah.
And we put the smoke in, and then we're like, okay, yeah, no, that was the easiest decision.
I have a question. MD, can you bring a net? Or Ian, do you have a net? Can we do ball speed on Saturday?
Oh, with the new golf balls?
Yeah.
I don't have a net. I do need to get one.
We need to. Anybody watching that can bring a net?
I have a net.
Okay.
We're good.
I have a net too, but it would take some effort to get my net set up.
Yeah, I have one that'll just collapse and spring right back up.
Well,
So
I would love to see. I would love to see the new Chrome Tour ball versus the left dash in speed, in straight speed.
I've got the Chrome Tour X as well. I'll have samples of both.
I really like the Chrome Tour X too. That thing around the greens is spinny.
Let me just jump in and say for everybody just watching, we are talking Callaway AI Smoke, and we are talking Callaway Fitting and Demo Day this Saturday, September 17th, in conjunction with the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour, Alamo City Golf Trail Division, spring event number 4, the San Pedro Triple Points Match Play. Man, say that 5 times fast. On the Facebook page and in the last newsletter is a direct link to sign up for your private personalized fitting session with this gentleman right here from the steps of the old course, Ian Parnaby, outside sales representative, 2016 South Texas Sales Rep of the Year. Ian, how many of those spots are left for that personalized private fitting? I know I saw a bunch of emails come through.
No idea. I'll look real quick. Give me a second.
David Falcon, yay! Scheduled for
presenting
a sponsor,
sponsor David Falcon, yay!
Woo!
Scotty Williams in it.
Scott has an appointment.
Scott hit my 3-wood for the first time. He hit my 3-wood when we were at Lost Pines this weekend. He hit it on the driving range, liked it, and then out on the golf course, he's like, "I'm just gonna play your 3-wood and your 7-wood today." Not a problem.
Lost Pines Golf Club Bastrop is a world-class layout. I love it. I love their practice facility. I love the new. They did a renovation last year.
Are the new holes cool? I haven't played them yet.
They're
holes
awesome.
are amazing. It's the best part of the golf course. I love it.
Like it,
Hey, so
it's.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like the 11th hole is probably one of my favorite holes out probably in South Texas right now, because it's one of those holes that's so high risk reward. You can drive that green. Like I
front
drove
nine?
the green yesterday.
I remember seeing it just when it was dirt. Yeah.
The
cool.
front
Super
nine
fun
at Wolf Dancer. I'm sorry, Lost Pines Golf Club. Lost Pines Golf Club is on the Greater Hill Country Division schedule this fall, so there will be a tour event at Lost Pines Golf Club this year.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
The front nine's good. Number one is
I think the
wedge.
front nine's a lot tougher. I think from the tips it plays.
Number two is a tough hole if it's into the wind, but 3 is gettable, 5 is gettable, 7's gettable, 9's pretty gettable. But I'll tell you what, 10, 11, 12, 13 are 4 of my favorite holes in a row in the South Texas region. Really
1,000%.
love what they did at Lost Pines. Really good. I love it. And I'll tell you what, MD hit like 14 of 14 fairways.
Yeah,
I think the only fairway he missed, he drove the green long on number 11.
Yeah, I drove the green long on 11. I went through the green, and that was with the 3-wood.
Hey, so there's still a spot at 11:30,
Okay.
and then a couple of spots after 1 o'clock. And I can hang out a little. I can hang out
Limited
a little
time,
past 3 too.
limited space available to get with Ian Parnaby and his team this Saturday at San Pedro Driving Range. Link on the Facebook page, link in the newsletter, or MD, they can message us directly on the Facebook page and you can get them set up. Absolutely.
Yep.
Another way to get us, that direct message on the Facebook page goes right to the executive team. So anything you need, ask us away on there. We're here for you guys. San Pedro Match Play Weekend, AI Smoke. We are here live for a couple more minutes, I think, with Ian Parnaby.
Scott's got a good question on what are the compressions on the new golf balls. So
he's all about compression.
We don't get into like numbers really anymore, because it's more about the profile of the ball and what it does through the bag. But Chrome Soft in the Chrome family, Chrome Soft is the softest. Then the Chrome Tour, and then the Chrome Tour X is your firmest golf ball. And the Chrome Tour X will be higher spinning with mid to short irons.
And that's
so
that's going to compare to what we got to compare it to the Titleist Pro V1 line.
Yeah,
right?
So it's easy. Like our gold box, which is Chrome Tour, is Pro V1 and then left dash-ish, right? And then Chrome Tour X is a direct competitor for Pro V1X.
I'm trying to remember. I think he plays the cut gray golf ball. He'll have to correct me. He's either playing the cut gray or the cut blue.
What? What's
yeah,
that?
Exactly. It's exactly the point. Like it's
Mr. Williams, you will leave with a 2-pack of golf balls on Saturday that will change your life.
So I want to be able to show Scott, because I agree with MD and I agree with Ian. Like, what cut gray? What is that? I want Ian to take Paradym. Scotty has Paradym with the cut gray versus Smoke with a comparable chrome. Right? I want to be able to see that speed, that spin, that launch, that carry distance on the GC quad.
I've seen him game noodle. I've seen him game anything he finds in the rough.
Checking in from the YouTube page, Gregory Graff, everybody. Like our channel,
classic.
That's South Texas Amateur Golf Tour on YouTube as well. Thank you, Greg Graff, for viewing on YouTube. We appreciate that. Also on YouTube, you can find Matchup Mayhem, the documentary on last year's South Texas Match Play Challenge. Another awesome plug right there. Scott Williams has never used a noodle. He is calling bullshit on Greg Graff's fact check.
The other thing that, I love what Callaway does. I love how Callaway, I don't like the TaylorMade golf balls, but I love how they do like the designs and stuff. I love that Callaway's diving in on it. I have my golf balls I'll be playing this weekend have 2024 on them with the Dragons. And then I did order a box of Be Mine golf balls too.
Tell us a little bit about custom ordered Chrome Softs. What's the minimum? What can you do custom wise if a tour golfer per se, like Scotty W, wants to put Scotty on his golf ball, or the South Texas Armadillo, or the Shalaby AC and refrigeration logo? Like what?
Personalization and logos are a little bit different. Like a full-on logo, you have to do 12 dozen. Personalization, you can do one.
Okay, so single dozen. So
yeah, if you just write Trav on your ball, yeah.
Does the personalization work on the buy 3 get 1 free promo that's coming out?
You actually have to personalize your golf balls to get in on that promo.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? I guess I didn't read all of the email.
Again,
yeah. If you can't condense it into one sentence, you're not going to get them to read it.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, again, I think that this is going to be one of the most exciting Saturdays because it is San Pedro match play, and if you lose, if you're in between a match, or if you're just a tour player who is one of the 30 on the waiting list and want to come hang out,
yeah,
come hang out. Yes, San Pedro's a really cool event to come hang out at. There's
hit
always
the
something
smoke.
going on.
I'll be doing the fittings myself, but I can have 2 other launch monitors set up that are pretty, it's easy to use. A GC3, you can read
drive or a
you can read the screen.
100%. I mean, I think that's exactly what will have to happen. And I mean,
finally test a range ball versus a not range ball. We can see what that distance loss, speed loss is.
I mean, I'm excited just to showcase that I can get over 100 miles an hour on my swing.
Scotty Williams. Fun fact, Ian. Fun fact right here, Ian Parnaby. Scott Williams, driver club head speed, faster than MD.
But let's also be clear, my efficiency rating is through the roof.
Oh, here we go.
No, I still hit it 285, 290. There
ain't a golf course in the world you can't play from 290 right down the middle.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I'm saying. But Scotty Williams can freaking outswing. He swings so much faster.
And he's coming off a heart attack.
So he claims to be 65, first of all. But supposedly he's 65. So he's got 33 years on me and hit and swing 7 miles an hour faster.
Hey, Fred Zapata's on the call. There's a man that knows about golf clubs right there.
Yeah, he likes them. Yeah. Freddie Zapata, thanks for watching. Yep. Kevin Keeney watching. Oh, Stephen Evans from Wales watching. Danny Puckett, David Falconer, Seth Henry.
A Welshman on
Timmy
the show.
Smith.
A Welshman on the show, that's correct. Welshman. Joining us from across the pond.
I can't think of any legendary England-Wales rugby matches. I haven't watched rugby in a while. I bet he can, though.
Sure. Yes. Don't know.
Rugby's a sport that people play. Yes.
It's a real man's sport.
My brother played it in high school. It definitely hurts. Is for the stronger person.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah.
I don't understand the rules.
You can only pass it backwards. You can't pass it forwards. That's kind of stupid.
It's reverse football.
You can only pass it backwards.
Yeah.
Sounds exactly like the new golf ball rules.
Yeah. I've got my own views on that, but I have to hold my tongue there.
Well, listen, it's surprising. I mean, that's a good point. The golf ball's changing in 2027.
Maybe.
So I would assume you bring so 2028, you're correct, is when the rule goes into effect. The golf ball rollback, I guess, is what we're all calling it now, as kind of like a passive aggressive. This is dumb. Mm-hmm. I don't have to hold my tongue. I think it's dumb.
I'm stocking golf balls like I stock ammo.
Yeah,
I think the game's hard enough as it is. That's my opinion.
Right? Why are we taking yards away from elite amateurs? I mean, why are we doing that? But I'll assume you'll bring the ball to market a year or so in advance. I would think.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think if we had to, we could kind of flip all the tooling now and produce that golf ball if we had to.
Well, I mean, that was exactly where I was going with that. There's got to be some forecasting from Callaway. How are we going to change this new golf ball? I mean, you just told us everything about this golf ball was brand new. Even the color of the pigment in the cover is different. Now that's a 2.5 year product lifestyle, which pretty normal, right? But then do we see the new golf ball called Chrome?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you, the other thing is it's a very, very expensive project for OEMs.
Oh yeah, I mean it's no small undertaking.
No, it's going to be.
It completely changes, right?
It's going to be rough going. Yep.
And I've seen the absolutely Dr. Patrick DeCosmo, 2024 Tour Travels guest Patrick DeCosmo, 2022 South Texas Match Play Challenge team member Patrick DeCosmo, and elite amateur. Absolutely. I've seen the golf ball testing, and it's crazy. I've seen the golf ball cannon in Carlsbad.
You know what someone told me was that a Titleist professional golf ball from
the gold box 1996
99 would be non-conforming.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
A Titleist professional. That's how much they want to take away.
Listen, so we're back in my heyday, right? This is when I played well, right? Like 97 through 2004, you know. I was playing a Callaway ball then. I was playing the Hex Red.
Yeah. That was.
You want to talk a throwback? Because listen, I played in southeastern Wisconsin. It's always windy. And for whatever reason, that ball, the Pro V1 at the time, the Pro V1 Star, I mean, heck, there was a Pro V1 Diamond at that time that spun off the map.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, that Callaway red ball was the best ball I've ever played in the wind. I wonder if we'll see kind of like a red-white or a red-blue-black comeback or something like that.
That'd be kind of a cool throwback.
That'd be a really cool throwback. You could
Your
take
hat
that
would
one.
be almost relevant.
You could take that one and send an email. I mean, we're already going to send this interview clip to Callaway Marketing. So, I mean, I think we should plug that. I'd like to see the Hex Red come back as part of the new rollback. Rollback to 1996, baby.
Everything you said was completely wrong. Yeah.
That's a great story. Ian was with me that day. It was the release of the PM Grind. It was the release of the PM Grind 1. And we were at the Ely Performance Training Center, the EPTC.
Yeah, the ECPC, Ely Callaway Performance Center.
That one.
Yeah.
And Roger Cleveland was there. It was one
of the greatest wedge designers ever.
It was amazing. And I was there with Ian, and I bounced one off a flagstick. We were hitting in dress clothes and had badges around. It wasn't really a practice session, right? It was a come see what Roger Cleveland designed today. And I bounced one off a flagstick, and Roger Cleveland comes up to me and puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "That was a good result, but everything you did was wrong," and walked away.
I remember that, yeah.
Are you now that I'm thinking? Are you going to
release that wedge way, or like he loves releasing it way, and he'll say, "Activate the bounce, activate the bounce."
Yeah.
Are you going to have? Speaking of wedges, while I'm thinking about it, because I put all the raw wedges in the bag late last season. Are we going to have those there for demo as well? Those are I think those are some of the dirtiest wedges out there right now. Those things are just
they can spin for sure. Yeah.
Those things zip. I love them. And you got to put I'll show you. I got a 60 degree with a bright orange shaft on it with a blue ferrule, purple grip. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The things that I could do with that wedge.
You're welcome, Ian. You're welcome.
I still have a hard time ruining a golf club like that, but hey, if you guys are happy, then knock yourself out.
No. So
you know
it's all
what?
great, right? It is how individualized golf equipment can be, from a hoarder and a tinkerer to
It's true, and
to
honestly,
an
the
ADHD, distracted by everything,
And
the
to be
industry's gone
fair,
that way too.
it's also very easy to identify that person's club if they lose it.
Good point. Fair
Yes.
point.
People know it's your shit.
Fair
Yes.
point.
Going back to Lost Pines, Justin at Lost Pines sends a text to Travis. Hey, is this MD's wedge? I think he left it. I was out on the golf. We had our first tournament of the season. I walk out on the golf course. I don't have a 6-iron in my bag, and I didn't have my 60-degree in the bag.
Oh.
Not a great start to my round. And then later, Justin texts. He goes, "I think I found your wedge," and it's just that bright
Justin
orange
Orsak.
shaft. I'm like,
so when
Legend.
you order irons, one of the selections that better players like when they order irons is to get them with no stickers. You can get the decals removed, right?
Oh yeah.
The decal might be a little off center, blah blah blah, whatever. That is crazy to me. I hate that, right? So it's no stickers, no logos.
"You're a psycho."
But okay, that's exactly where I'm going with this, on the
You're a psycho.
individualizing, sets of clubs, and how awesome our partners at Ben's Place are, and how awesome Ian is, but the grip now being on and off a 16th of an inch, like I would see that, I would notice it, right? A
Use a round
ferrule
grip.
being twisted or turned, right? So this is I'm piggybanking on MD's bullshit with his bright orange shafts and stuff like that. Every single one of my clubs is different, but the same. It's the same grip. It's the same Golf Pride Plus
Different
4
color.
grip, but it's a different color.
Oh.
No
And
stickers.
I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy for that, because I put on different color grips for each club, and I do that same.
And
But I have
different
to
color
install the
ferrules. And different color ferrules.
Yeah.
No stickers. So that way, if every club, this is brilliant. At least I think this is brilliant. If every club is different, no club can be the same. So there's like everyone is its own. So there's no possible chance for them to be different if they're all different.
So his is born out of psychosis. I do it just because I like to do it.
I'm struggling with this one.
There's two ends of the spectrum here, and we live on either side of it.
And this is the custom stuff that our partners with Callaway and our partners at San Pedro Club Repair Studio can make happen for you on a daily basis.
All I would say to anyone listening is talk to me and not Travis about golf clubs. How's that?
Yeah.
I think have I overstayed my welcome?
No. I mean, if anything, you need to sit there and talk to Travis about putters and fit him for a. You need to sit there and fit Travis for a putter is what you need to do. Don't let him decide I'm going to go back to a blade. Don't give him an option. Fit him for a putter and let him have it. He's a champion of nestling, but he shouldn't have a 2-foot putt and be like, I'm just nestling for par. I'm just nestling for par.
I want you to know that I'm hitting it the best in my adult life.
I will help you with the putter, Travis.
And it is not uncommon for me to shoot 74 with 38 putts.
Yeah,
Are you really that
horrific.
bad at putting?
I am
horrible.
Have you tried? And this is a serious question. Have you tried putting left-handed?
No. And I'm not gonna.
He won't do it. He's not gonna do it.
No.
What is that, an ego thing or a pride thing or?
No, it's like no.
Just think though, you have no expectations. If you just switch to left-handed, you just.
If I switch to left-handed, it would be equally as disgusting as my right.
And apparently, you're better with your chipper than you are with your putter.
He used the chipper on the green.
I leg putt with the chipper all the time.
It is.
I think it's simple. You just need a jailbird. I think it's very
What's
simple.
difficult for me, if we're talking about me putting, what's difficult for me is the length of the backswing. When I have to make a longer stroke, I want to get really quick and really fast. So anytime it's uphill or it's super long, I'll hit chipper off the green and hit
This
it to
is
like
the
a
same
foot.
guy who, when he putts, he goes like this because he's like, I want more topspin on the ball to roll it out. He's a freaking psycho who should not be allowed to talk about putt. You need to just fit him for a putter, dude. It is
he
so
didn't
rough.
have-
Fred
if-
Zapata
if-
said the new Jailbird Mini CH is legit, so that's what
It's
you need.
sitting in my bag right now.
Oh, is that the
thing
Chris
is
Hughes?
Freaking fantastic.
It's the mini Chris Hughes.
Yeah, Travis, that's what I was using this weekend. I had the Jailbird Mini CH. That's what I was
I
playing with
wonder
this
if Chris Hughes still has that Lucky 7,
That was an awesome putter.
that gold limited
Oh.
edition Lucky 7, right?
Yeah, it had like three Vegas 7s on the bottom. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
It
had
has
that
his
one?
And it has his initials stamped in the hosel.
I mean, I
It's
have a
the
couple of
CH
small batch
hosel.
Toulons, but that one was sick.
Yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Awesome club. Yes.
Yeah, please bring some putters for him and just help him.
I'll bring putters.
I don't
Oh my God.
putt terribly. It's not terrible, but I don't make.
He's great from 2 feet and in. But
I-
anything outside of that is
It just doesn't go in.
Putting is interesting for sure. Fitting putters is interesting.
I'll 2-putt 16 times. I'll hit 15 greens in regulation at like 15 feet. I think we did my closest to I was 22.5 feet.
yeah. Your proximity was like
22 and a half feet
Which is
over the
towards
last
standard.
6 weeks. And I'll 2-putt 16 times and I'll 3-putt 3 times.
From
Fucking
22
stupid.
feet.
Yes. And
It's
I will
really
not come close to the hole. It's bizarre.
so bad.
But my distance control is good.
Is it anything to do with the volume of caffeine you consume each day?
No.
It's
It might have
It's
something to do with it.
It's definitely not that.
Not at all.
Definitely not that.
Starbucks.
He's
Proud
a head
partners of the
case
tour.
and he needs to try. Believe me. I mean, so he plays golf with a handful of people, but I played the last 2 years. I played with Travis the most out of anybody, probably. Like I would say, 98% of his rounds are played with me.
But
And
he's
he
bad
will
at
not-
putting because he thinks he's bad at putting.
Well, listen, I want you to know that I've changed my pre-shot routine to involve me saying out loud, "You are a good putter."
Yeah, there is a lot of words of affirmation for himself.
That's serious. I walk up.
Andy, please tell. Does he actually do that?
100%.
Yes.
100%.
I walk up to the ball saying, "You are good at this."
Yep. Like
That's
you want to talk about a mental roller coaster, and you make any comment about me is insulting when you're having to have that
And then
conversation.
I'll roll up. I'll roll up, and I'll hit it to 50 feet on a 245-yard par 3, and I'll hit chipper to 6 inches.
Yep.
You know? I don't get it. It's so.
I've got
It's
tears
the
in my eyes
dumbest-
laughing at you saying that before you hit the putt.
And the chipper looks cool because I'll fly it into the hip, and I'll call shots. I'll call the most ridiculous shot with chipper.
I
And
mean,
I can't touch the hole from 8 feet.
I mean, he will. I mean, I've seen him where he's given up on putting. He's like, I'm just putting with the chipper the rest of the day.
It's because you think you're awesome with your chipper, so you're awesome with it.
And the cool part about chipper is I'll dunk 3-footers. You know,
Yeah.
like
That's
Like
the
the old
worst.
stymies, like they used to do
Yes,
before they could mark
yes.
the ball.
Travis, you need me to move that mark real quick? Nah, I got it.
Yeah, got it.
I
No
love
problem.
it.
Kobe,
That's awesome.
like it's not
That's
a
so
problem.
good.
It's the
chipper,
dumbest thing on the
Odyssey
planet.
Tank chipper is the best club Callaway's ever made. One of my
Like, to be fair-
favorite days. One of my
You're gonna be buried
favorite
with
days as a golf professional was calling Ian, asking him if he was sitting down, and he said he was in the car. He was driving at the time, and I said, "I'd like to reorder chippers, please. I sold them all."
I was like, great, I just hit my quota. Yeah.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
the chipper sales in the greater San Antonio market. I mean, if they know
Jason Ross
Travis,
has an Odyssey tank in his bag. Steve Robert has an Odyssey tank in his bag. Micah has.
I got one in the garage.
I'm thinking one of us should steal Travis's chipper and like hide it for like 3 weeks.
I mean, you're about to see like an 8-stroke increase.
I wouldn't even check that it was there, but the first time I needed it and it was missing, I would just leave.
He 100% would. Like one of the best things that you can do, like, and it's not even if Travis just went to like the range. Like I've seen him where he left it in the back seat of his car, and he'll be on the first hole or second hole, realize he left it there. He is mentally screwed for the rest of that 9.
Yeah.
And he'll make the turn, he'll go grab it, and he'll be fine. But the damage is done.
Yeah.
Done.
Like his round is ruined. He doesn't want to be there.
There's no recovering from it.
It's
the fine line of me being 100% in it to 0 is bam. And Chipper is a big deal with that.
I mean, because that's where that's the only club that he can hit out of bunkers, out of the water, on the greens, in the fairway, in the rough.
Oh,
I mean,
do you have that video dialed up so we could show Ian that video? That was PM, right?
I can get it. Give me a second.
Oh, all right. Ian, I'm sorry we've digressed on my bullshit putting a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
We are talking about the Callaway fitting and demo day this coming Saturday at San Pedro Driving Range in Par 3 with the Alamo City Golf Trail. Chelsea Edwards, their merchandiser, amazing. Javi, the course manager at San Pedro, awesome. Mick Garza, the superintendent from Olmos Basin, who also takes care of San Pedro. Awesome. Can't wait to be there at the match play. Can't wait to hang out with Ian Parnaby of the new line of woods. And then I'll ask the same question with irons. What's your favorite club? What's the upgrade in it? And why is it your favorite?
Oof. So you're talking one wood selection and one iron selection?
Yes.
I've become a really big fan of 7 woods. I don't know why.
Because they're the best.
Diamond 7 wiggle. Love it.
I just think it can change people's games from 180 to 200 yards. So I'm going to go with 7 wood. And then
I love how high it goes. Coming down on the greens that we play, it needs to come down straight from that distance. I just can't hold. I can't hold a 4-iron at Olmos Basin or at Riverside. You know, I need the 7 wood to come straight down.
And then on the irons, it's a tricky one. Apex Pro is a nice product, but of the new ones, the Smoke HL iron for that player type is a pretty amazing club, what it can do for launch and spin going into a green.
I'm excited to see those in person too. I think that those. I was actually really surprised how good the Smoke irons look, because I hadn't seen a lot of marketing about them, but they look really good.
It's not a big ugly offset iron. It is like it's a new concept. It doesn't look like a traditional Callaway iron that you've seen in the last 3-4 years. It looks like something completely different.
Do we have any AI Smoke headwear that we can give away at the fitting event?
You mean like one of the ones that I'm wearing right now? I don't think so.
It looks super clean. I love that. Yeah.
If I have any, I'll bring them.
All the way around. It's quadruple branded. I love that. With the chrome and the Callaway logo and the Odyssey logo on the back. I love that.
I like that a lot. That's a good looking
giveaway. Can we do a raffle?
If I have any, yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Perfect. Travis, I cannot get that video uploaded. I did send it to Ian for his personal viewing. If he wants to look at the ridiculousness,
I will enjoy that later.
You don't want to. I mean, how he got to that position in the first place is a completely different story.
I hit a good shot to get there.
We all hit good shots to get to that, pretty much that exact same spot.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Talk about hands in front, eh?
I wonder if you should maybe change your putting stance to look something like that.
It couldn't hurt at this point. And it took him 10 minutes, it felt like, just to figure out how he wanted to hit the shot.
MD was definitely filming me, and he's like, tell me when you're ready to go. And as I'm trying to get comfortable, he's holding the camera saying clock.
That is a ridiculous shot.
I'm like, just hit this terrible shot already. It's not going to look good. And then he does that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's amazing.
It was a cool shot. There was like 30-mile-an-hour wind, quartering right to left, pushing into the creek there.
Yeah, it was, I mean, as brutal as it could be. But, I mean, that was one of the best recovery shots.
It was windy as hell, but I still don't think it was quite as windy as y'all had it at Northern Hills.
Northern Hills, well, because there's no trees at Northern Hills until you make the backside.
Mr. Graff called out there is an AI Smoke 11 wood. That is probably my second favorite club after the 7 wood.
I hit it.
Really?
A very short moment. I was like, that might be cool. I just couldn't
11
commit to
woods
4 woods in the bag.
11 woods are cooler than they are given credit for.
I definitely had the Eli wood back in the day.
Oh, Eli wood.
I think it was the Eli wood, and I think
Ely.
it was called Light Flex. Ely.
Ely 11.
Yeah, and I think I had a Light Flex in it in the time.
It was Ely 11, Divine 9.
Divine 9.
Heaven.
And then a Heaven wood. Yeah.
But wasn't there a 13?
There was a Frankenwood. There was a Frankenwood at some point. No, there was never a 13. I've never seen one.
Wow.
Limited tour product, cool. Probably the 13 one.
But I mean, so cool. Super excited for Saturday. Super excited to test out all the equipment. Excited for everyone to get out there and hit it. I think we had such great success with Paradym last year on the tour. Had a busy day out there, and excited to see everyone come out and hit that stuff now. And I mean, again, that I think it's probably one of the biggest year-over-year gains in equipment that I've ever seen. I mean, it's just, I mean, you really sit there and I thought, and Travis and I talked about, it's like, can you really get better than the Paradym? Can't see that screen, Travis.
No, it's not going to work. Okay.
Paradym was great. Paradym was perfect. How are they going to top that? I don't know.
I agree.
And then you go hit it and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. I agree completely. And Ian was like, well, I can't tell you what it's called yet, but it's awesome.
I sat and when he told me that you couldn't tell him, I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to wait for My Spy Golf. In the moment I saw it, I got screenshots. I was like, okay, I figured it out. It's smoke. This looks awesome. Oh,
yes. Yeah. We were up at Wolf Dancer, I think, talking with Justin O.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, bro, it's smoke.
Thanks, Justin. Appreciate that. Yeah,
he's like, what you talking about? You don't know what it's called. It's smoke. Ian told me this morning.
That's the most Justin thing to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, again, super excited. The entire Smoke family will be available for testing. Same thing with the new raw wedges. We'll have some putters out there, the new AI putters. And we're going to be doing those fittings, 50% trade-in bonus towards your new Smoke in that family of products. Super cool offer. And I mean, it's just gonna be another great demo day, a great Saturday of golf. And excited as all get out to get you there and to get everyone else seeing what's going on. So, man, we appreciate you coming on and talking about this.
Yeah, man,
we appreciate
I think
excited to have you out this weekend.
I think the tour is awesome, what you guys do. I really do. It's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Sorry, Buster's in the room. I said, woo, and he like kind of talked back. Hey, Sabrina's going to jump on and say hi quick. Here, come here, say hi to Ian.
And MD.
Waving. Oh, that was it.
Sabrina, your husband needs a putting lesson.
Yes.
He needs a few putting lessons, I think.
Yeah, probably more than a putting lesson.
I mean, again, if you have to have that if you have to vocalize, I'm a good putter. before you make your stroke. Whether it's
listen, it's in my pre-shot routine. I say it all the time. I say it all the time to golfers on tour. Say what you're going to do, not what not to do. Say what you are going to do. You are a good putter. You are going to hit a good putt here. You know.
I mean, that's Jason Bird saying this putter makes putts, and then he makes a putt.
Yes. Yes.
I just got to believe in myself, and he'll make a 30.
I just got to believe in myself, make a 30-footer. The amount of shit we have to say out loud, but for it to work consistently is fantastic.
That's golf.
But that is golf. Ian, thank you so much for joining us, man. Excited to see you on Saturday, and excited to get everyone out there to.
Absolutely, everybody, come out, say hello to Ian Parnaby. Saturday, this Saturday, the 17th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Callaway Fitting and Demo Day at San Pedro Driving Range, in conjunction with the San Pedro Match Play on the 2024 South Texas Amateur Golf Tour spring schedule, ACGT division. There's still a couple spots available for personalized and private fitting sessions. That link is on the Facebook page. Sign up. It is completely free. Come out, try what you have in your golf bag right now versus AI Smoke. Ian guarantees he can find improvement there.
And I will make sure we have a net so we can also demo and check swing or ball speeds.
I can't wait
as
to
well.
test the speed on the ball. I can't wait.
Because I think golf ball is the foundation of it. I am so excited for people to try out the golf balls this season too. I mean, I couldn't have come at a better time too, because I did like my left dash, but I needed something that I could get some control around the greens a little bit more, and the Tour was that immediate result.
That's exactly what it's designed for.
And if you have any old school Callaway equipment, bring it in.
Yeah.
The C4, the Square Club. What was the Square one called?
The FTIQ.
The FTIQ.
S2,
the Hawkeye VFR. The biggest Big Bertha. Bring your old school Callaway equipment in. We'll test it versus smoke. And we can see where the golf business has come in the last 25, 30 years. Really cool experiment. Ian Parnaby, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, buddy. We appreciate you appreciate you joining us on your busy Tuesday night. Thank you so much. Thank you to the missus, and thank you for your time this coming Saturday at San Pedro. I look forward to hanging out.
Yep. I'll see everyone there, and good luck to everyone that's competing. Good luck. Play well.
Yep. Appreciate it, man.
All right. See you
All
guys.
right, have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
See you, man. See ya.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Ian Parnaby, dude. What a cool dude he is, just to hang out with, and shoot the shit with, and just talk golf. We didn't get to talk about his background much. He played D1 golf. Has been selling golf clubs forever.
If you couldn't tell by his accent, not American.
Married to a golf coach. I mean, their family lives, breathes golf. I mean, it's really cool. I think Callaway is the best product on the market. Really, really do. Since probably Epic 1, I really have felt that it's been the best driver product. There's a lot of people out there that would say that the Ping low spin was right there, but
I would say Callaway, and you know me, I've played everything. I've played everything. I would say Callaway has made some of the best, but I think what Callaway's done better than everyone is consistency. They've been consistently good and consistently seen, developments that are better and better every year.
I am excited to see Jaybird's new Dark Speed versus the Smoke.
I mean, I really like the Dark Speed.
I
thought it hit really well, but you know what? I don't think there was any. Again, I think from a profile standpoint, and again, it's also a profile thing. You got to be able to look down at that driver, and you got to. I don't think there's any driver that looks as clean at a dress that produces a look of confidence in the way that smoke does right now.
I agree with you. When I look at it, I know I'm going to hit it and play.
Like, I'm not concerned remotely. Yeah. And I also know that even if I do have a mishit, and I think that was I trusted in my Paradym to hit it well, but after a couple of holes with the smoke, I knew that, okay, if I catch this one toey, like, not only did I know that my distance was okay, but the ball stayed straighter. And I stayed more consistent even on those mishits, where that was the real selling point, right? Like, we want to get that yardage off the mishits because we're not professionals. We're elite amateurs. And, I mean, just absolutely fantastic. Excited to have you in there. Excited to be talking about Callaway.
I'm excited to see the new putters. I'm excited to try a little bit there. Man, I need to make some putts personally. I'm hitting it great. Hashtag Callaway Golf. Love it. Callaway top to bottom. Fitting process with Ian, and the tweaking process with our partners at San Pedro Club Repair Studio, Ben and Alex, just takes all of the questions out, and it's just so locked in. I personally, I'd make a couple more putts. That's it for me.
Yeah, I agree. But speaking of partners, we do, of course, want to give a shout out to our 2024 South Texas A&M partners, Cake Place and More. Laura Lewis, give her a call for all your cake, cookie, and other baked good needs, and join the Cookie Mafia by winning on the tour. Shout out to Cairo Services, Micah Carroll, Land Improvement Services. Shout out to Micah, GFL, Global Fairway Logistics, Danny Puckett. Big shout out to Danny. Give him a call for all your videography needs. And, of course, get shafted with San Pedro Club Repair Studio at San Pedro Golf Club. Hit up Ben and Alex. They will get you taken care of. And all of this could not be possible without our presenting sponsor of 2024, Shelby AC and Refrigeration. Big shout out to David Falconer. Give him a call for all of your AC and refrigeration needs. We are coming up on summer, guys. Time to get ahead of it. Don't
let that 361 area code number freak you out. He'll take care of all the tour golfers. Just mention that you're a tour golfer up here in San Antonio, and David Falconer and his team at Shelby AC and Refrigeration will take care of you up here. And they're also doing an amazing friends and referral bonus for any friends, family referrals that come their way. That's the number, also on the Facebook page. And if any of these partners that you need to be put in contact with, you can just get us at the STX AM Tour Facebook page 7 days a week. Man, 24 hours a day, MD is on that Facebook page, interacting with tour golfers and doing what MD does on social media for the tour. So if you need Laura Lewis and the Cake Place and More, or Micah Carroll and Cairo Services, or Danny Puckett and Fairway Global Logistics, or Global Ben and Fairway Alex. Did I say it backwards?
You said Fairway Global. It's Global Fairway.
Yes, Global Fairway. Or Ben and Alex at the golf shop at San Pedro, or David Falconer and Shelby. If you need any of that, you can message us directly on the tour's Facebook page, and we will get you in contact with our preferred partners. And don't forget about that Straka promo code, talking about preferred partners. Tour travel's coming up. Spring season in full effect. March is busy. Busy. Trail division really in full swing. Greater Hill Country division kicking off at Kissing Tree next month. Open for registration. Events can be found at stxamtour.golf. Sign up now. Next week for sure, we will bring you spots available left for all of those March events. MD, that was a mouthful, buddy.
That is the most talking you've done in a while. Usually it lays on me. That's all we got. Straka, love Straka. Shout out to Straka. They do have a San Pedro Par 3 Straka book. I have mine.
Expedited shipping still gets it here in time. I actually saw it. MD sent me a picture of just the greens card for San Pedro, and awesome. I think it's spot on. I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw Jonathan Harder the other week at Northern Hills. The pin sheet leaked on social media for Northern Hills, and you could see that he had the pins copied, or the hole locations copied from the sheet onto his Straka book. I thought that was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, so cool. Well, guys, that wraps it up for us here tonight. We appreciate everyone for hanging out with us, watching. Of course, shout out to Ian for joining us, talking about the new line of AI smoke product from Callaway. Super excited to see that on Saturday, demo day. It's going to be awesome, but all of it happens this Saturday, San Pedro match play event. Such a fun time, Saturday and Sunday, 64 players, a lot of golf, and man, it kicks off 7 a.m. Saturday morning. We will see you guys there. Everyone have a great rest of your week. Get your practice in and get ready to go. Guys, thank you so much and have a good night.
Thank you for watching, y'all. See you this weekend at San Pedro.